tea. The milkman, the paper boy, evening TV. Did I get delivered here? Somebody tell me please. This whole world's confusing me. Clouds as mean as you've ever seen. Ain't a bird who knows you're true. Then a little voice inside you whisper, don't sell your dreams so soon. Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a heart, a hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a place of somebody who needs you. Everywhere you look, when you're lost out there and you're all alone, life is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look, everywhere you look.
Choose your character.
This is Grace Kim. She's a fifth-year double major in PSB and Crim. She's president in charge of looking over CA, the ski trip, and the intern program.
Ooh, next up we have Tiffany Ha, your IVP for this year, majoring in public health policy and minoring in management. Her main jobs include being a liaison between CA and constituents, shout out to CADC and CATT, constituent events, and organizing semi-formal.
This is Colette. She's a fourth-year double major in literary journalism, film, and media studies. She is this year's external vice president who serves as a liaison between CAUCI and our sister schools in Big Five. She also plans clubbing events as well as CHF.
Next, we have wholesome girl Shiny Chen, the baby of board and the secretary for the 2021 school year. She's a second-year education sciences major and is in charge of handling membership, organizing families, making rosters, and creating the newsletters. Check them out!
Here we have our wholesome ABG Michelle Fung, who is a third-year Business Economics and International Studies major. Her position is treasurer, meaning she manages the club's finances, works with the other positions for budgeting. TLDR, she deals with the shmoneys.
And next up, we have our king of random thoughts, Brandon Lay, a third-year software engineering major and our social chair. He's in charge of planning our weekly after events for our general members.
And next is Brian Sway. He's a second-year business administration major, and as our cultural chair, he creates culture corners, cultural events, and educates members on Chinese culture.
This is Sydney and Jeffrey, your Culture Night producers this year. Sydney's a third-year mechanical engineering major and Jeff's a third-year CS major. They're in charge of organizing the annual Culture Night, which includes overseeing skit, dance, and ninjas, while also managing the fundraise for Culture Night expenses.
Next up is Paulina Pham, a third-year pharmaceutical science major. She's our publicity coordinator this year. One of her tasks is to delegate orientation with the media director and historian, and also sponsorship hunting.
Paulina is also in charge of making our weekly after events on our Facebook page and overseeing CA's other socials.
This is Tracy Kwon. She's a second-year business admin major. She's this year's sports coordinator, and she's in charge of organizing all sporting events and finding new ways for everyone to stay active virtually.
So next up we have SF King Kobayaka. He's a second-year psychological sciences major and he's CA's media director. As media director, he records and edits CA videos, manages the website and social media accounts, and works closely with historian and popcorn to plan orientation.
Here we have the best dressed board member, James Lay. He is a third-year business economics major, and he is CAUCI's historian. He's in charge of taking photos at all of CAUCI's events, and he also works with the media director and publicity coordinator to manage social media and plan orientation.
Now is Sean Ho, a second-year chemical engineering major and our community outreach chair this year. He sets up service events to engage with the community and organizes our annual high school outreach.
Next up, we got Jackie Guan. He's a third-year public health sciences major and our fundraising chair this year. He works with surrounding restaurants to host fundraisers and is in charge of Ring Road boothing.
Ooh, this is Betty. Up next is Angel Huang. She's a third-year double major in business admin and psychological sciences. She is this year's head of staff, and she is a liaison between board and our family heads. She's also in charge of hosting Fan Olympic events and also the intern program.
Last but not least, we have Melanie Yip, our second-year psych sciences major. She is the camp coordinator for this year. She is in charge of pairing mentors and mentees together for the program and is in charge of planning events that help provide social, emotional, mental, academic, and professional support.
We've been waiting for you all summer, and we're so glad you're finally